In this session, I am going to discuss about stresses in thick cylinder subjected to internal pressure. In previous video, we have discussed about the stresses in cylinder subjected to both internal as well as external pressure. Consider a thick cylinder subjected to an internal pressure Pi having inner diameter Di and outer diameter Do. So as we have discussed in previous video, the values of principal stresses, that is sigma T and sigma R, in terms of constants A and B are sigma T is equals to A minus B upon R square and sigma R is equals to A plus B upon R square. So in order to find out the values of these two constants, we should make use of the boundary conditions. So what are the boundary conditions? Boundary conditions for this case are: at a distance di by 2 from center, the pressure intensity is Pi, hence the radial stress is equals to Pi, but its magnitude is negative, and this intensity is at a distance of di by 2. Similarly, if we will talk about the stress value, that is sigma R value, at the outer surface of this cylinder, it will be having zero intensity as there is no pressure acting on the external surface of this cylinder. So sigma R is 0 at R is equals to Do by 2. So I'm going to put these two conditions in equation 2. So I'm going to put first of all sigma R, first condition, minus Pi at R is equals to Di by 2 in this second equation. So minus Pi is equals to A plus B upon Di square by 4. So 4B square upon Di square. Put the second condition in the second equation. So 0 is equals to A plus 4B upon Do square. So I'm going to represent it by equation 3 and 4. So I'm going to subtract these two equations. So minus Pi is equals to 4B into bracket 1 upon Di square minus 1 upon Do square. So minus Pi is equals to 4B into bracket Do square minus Di square upon Do square Di square. So I'm going to find out the value of B now. So the value of B is equals to minus Pi Do square Di square divided by 4 into Do square minus Di square. So this is our equation number 5. So put equation 5 in equation 4. So we will get the value of A. So 0 is equals to A minus 4 upon Do square into Pi Do square Di square upon 4 into Do square minus Di square. So I have taken this negative sign outside the bracket. So 4 will get cancelled, Do will get cancelled, hence A is equals to Pi Di square upon Do square minus Di square. So this is the value of A. Now I am going to put these values of A and B in equation 1 and 2. So we are going to get the principal stresses. So put the value of A and B in the equation of sigma T. Sigma T is equals to A minus B upon R square. So A in this case is Pi Di square divided by dO square minus di square minus b is minus, so minus minus plus pi dO square di square divide by 4 into dO square minus di square into 1 upon r square. So this is the value of tangential stress. Similarly, if we want to find out the value of radial stress, so radial stress is a plus b upon r square. So sigma r will be pi di square upon dO square minus di square minus pi dO square di square upon 4 dO square minus di square into 1 upon r square. So these are the two principal stresses, sigma t and sigma r. Now to find the values of these stresses at inner and outer surface. So at inner surface of the cylinder, so at inner surface means what? At a distance r is equals to di by 2. So put r is equals to di by 2 in equation 7, that is sigma t is equals to pi di square upon dO square minus di square plus pi dO square di square upon 4 dO square minus di square into 1 upon di square by 4. So 4, so di will get cancelled, 4 will get cancelled. So what we have got? So pi di square plus po dO square upon dO square minus di square is the value of the tangential stress at the inner surface. Let it be equation number 9. Similarly, the value of sigma r at the inner surface, sigma r is equals to pi di square upon dO square minus di square minus pi dO square di square divided by 4 dO square minus di square into 1 upon di square by 4. So 4 will get cancelled, di will get cancelled, hence the value of radial stress will be pi into bracket di square minus dO square divided by dO square minus di square. So this value of radial stress is at the inner surface. So dO square di square, if I am going to rewrite this, so it will be pi minus term sign I will take common from this bracket, so dO square minus di square divided by dO square minus di square. So we will get only minus pi. So the value of radial stress at inner surface is minus pi. At outer surface, that is at r is equals to dO by 2. If I am going to put this r is equals to dO by 2 in equation 7, so the value of the tangential stress will be pi di square divided by dO square minus di square plus pi dO square into di square divided by 4 dO square minus di square into 1 upon dO square by 4. So dO square by 4. So 4 will get cancelled. dO square will get cancelled. Hence we will get twice pi di square divided by do square minus di square as the value of tangential stress. So this is our equation number 11. Similarly, if I am going to put the value of r in equation of radial stress, so the radial stress is pi di square upon do square minus di square minus pi do square di square divided by 4 do square minus di square into 4 upon do square. So 4 will get cancelled, do square will get cancelled, so pi di square upon do square minus di square minus pi di square upon do square minus di square, it will be 0. So the radial stress is 0 at the outer surface. Out the value of longitudinal stress. The longitudinal stress we have considered it is to be constant over the entire wall thickness. For that longitudinal stress we are going to consider the pressure intensity. So the pressure intensity is Pi on the inner surface. So we do know the pressure is force per unit area. So force, because of the pressure intensity Pi, force is equals to Pi into the area. So area of cross section of this cylinder, so it is pi by 4 di square. So as the cross section will be a circle having internal diameter di, the value of area will be pi by 4 di square. So now the formula for stress is force upon area. Now the force will be equals to the stress, that is the longitudinal stress, into the resisting area. So area which will be resisting this force because of pressure Pi will be the area of this disc whose internal diameter is di and external diameter is do. So why the cross section area in this case will be pi by 4 into do square minus di square. So we are going to equate these two equations. So equating equations A and B. So sigma L into pi by 4 do square minus di square is equals to Pi into pi by 4 di square. So pi by 4 will get cancelled, sigma L will be Pi di square divided by do square minus di square is the value of the longitudinal stress, and this longitudinal stress will be uniform over the entire wall thickness of the cylinder. Summarize the values of these principal stresses in a tabulated format. So the value of sigma t at inner surface, at outer surface, the value of sigma r at inner surface, at outer surface, and the value of the longitudinal stress, as it is constant, so it will be same for inner and outer surface. So if I'm going to draw the stress distribution along the thickness of the cylinder, the value of the tangential stress or the circumferential stress will have maximum magnitude at the inner surface as shown, and it will gradually reduces up to the outer surface, and the value of the sigma t will be minimum at the outer surface of the cylinder. Similarly, if you see the value of sigma r at the inner surface is minus Pi, so it is having negative magnitude, that's why I have shown it below the center line. So the value of the sigma r gradually reduces along the thickness of the cylinder and becomes 0 at the outer surface, while the value of longitudinal stress throughout the thickness, that is from inner to outer surface, it will be same, it will be Pi di upon do square minus di square. The value of the tangential stress is maximum at the inner surface, and this stress is maximum amongst all these sigma r and sigma l. So sigma t is greater than sigma l, and the value of the longitudinal stress is greater than the value of the radial stress. So the least is the radial stress